Welcome back to the channel name Hidden U.S. Coins Treasure Hunters. Imagine a world where a small piece of metal, no larger than a cookie, has the power to transform an ordinary day into a historic moment of glory. To a journey into the secret vault of America's hidden wealth, the ultra-rare Washington quarters that command staggering sums in today's auction market. These are not just coins. These are legends sealed in silver and history. And when you discover one, you are not just finding money, you're unlocking a treasure chest whose key has been hidden for decades. Our first treasure of the day is so special, so cloaked in the mysteries of American minting history, that collectors speak of it in hushed tones, as though afraid the very mention might awaken a sleeping giant in the coin market. First coin, 1. I'm talking about none other than the 1965 Washington quarter without a mint mark, shining in silver, a beautiful survivor of an era that changed U.S. coinage forever. The year 1965 was a monumental turning point in the story of U.S. coinage. Before that year, quarters had been struck in 90% silver and 10% copper, giving them that unmistakable silver shine and weight that collectors adore. But in 1965, the United States Mint decided to transition to a copper-nickel-clad composition, removing silver entirely from regular circulating quarters. This change was a response to rising silver prices and the fear of a coin shortage, a move that ended an era and began a new chapter in American currency. However, as with many great transitions, there were anomalies, whispers of coins that slipped through the cracks. Some silver planchets from 1964 were accidentally struck with 1965 dies, producing ultra-rare silver quarters in a year they weren't supposed to exist. And when one of these silver survivors appears, it sends shockwaves through the numismatic world. The example before us today, a 1965 no-mint mark silver shine beauty in fine condition, is a perfect testament to this historic mix-up. Its weight, tone, and luster speak of its silver heritage, and its date tells a story that defies the mint's official records. What sets this 1965 silver quarter apart is not just its metallic makeup, it's the aura it carries. In the hand, it has a satisfying heft that only silver can give. The edges gleam with that pure, bright reflection that copper-nickel coins simply cannot replicate. Under magnification, the fine hairlines, detailed eagle feathers, and the deep strike quality reveal that it was struck on a premium planchet meant for the 1964 Silver Series, yet somehow escaped into circulation with a 1965 date. Collectors prize coins like this because they blur the line between official history and numismatic legend. You can't fake this kind of beauty. The silver content alone makes it a tangible store of wealth, but the rarity makes it an irreplaceable crown jewel in any serious collection. Only a tiny handful are known to exist in collectible condition, and this one, with its silver shine still intact, stands as a direct link to one of the most dramatic coinage transitions in U.S. history. In the world of rare coins, supply and demand dictate everything, and in this case, the supply is practically microscopic. We are talking about a coin that wasn't supposed to exist in the first place, with only an elite few specimens verified by grading authorities. Every time one of these 1965 silver quarters appears at auction, the bidding is nothing short of a feeding frenzy. The condition here, fine, with every major detail clear and the silver gleam still present, is a dream scenario for collectors. They know that owning such a piece is like holding a fragment of minting history that slipped past the gatekeepers of its time. That scarcity fuels an insatiable demand, driving the price up into the six-figure realm. And with silver's intrinsic value rising, the market's appetite for silver anomalies like this has never been more intense. Now, let's talk numbers, the moment that makes your heart pound. Right now, in today's auction market, a 1965 no-mint mark silver quarter in fine condition like this is commanding a staggering $118,000. That's not a fantasy number, that's not hype. That's the kind of figure that's already been realized in high-stakes auctions, where seasoned collectors and deep-pocketed investors battle it out for ownership. Think about that. A single quarter, once worth 25 cents, now transformed into a six-figure treasure. It's more than just money. It's a piece of living history, a tangible asset, and a collector's trophy all rolled into one. In your hands, it's not just a coin. It's a vault key to wealth, prestige, and legacy. If you're hunting for one of these treasures, knowledge is your most powerful weapon. Always check the weight. Genuine silver quarters from this period weigh around 6.25 grams, while clad coins are lighter. Look for the telltale silver edge. No copper stripe should be visible. And whenever you find a 1965 quarter with that unmistakable silver luster, test it with care before dismissing it as ordinary. Also remember, condition is king. Even a fine-grade silver 1965 quarter is worth a fortune, but higher grades can multiply that value dramatically. So if you find one, protect it immediately. No harsh cleaning, no pocket carry. This is a coin that deserves the royal treatment from the moment it's discovered. This 1965 no mint mark silver Washington quarter is more than a collectible. It's a numismatic miracle. Its story is one of accidental survival, of history bending just enough to let a forbidden beauty slip into the hands of the public. For the lucky collector who possesses it, this coin isn't just wealth, it's a crown jewel, a testament to the idea that treasures still lie hidden in plain sight, waiting for the right eyes to see them. And remember, my channel exists to bring you these hidden truths, the treasures the world forgets but the wise collector seeks. When I say this coin's value of $118,000 is real, I mean it with the full trust and credibility my viewers have come to rely on. This is not just a coin. This is a millionaire maker hiding in your change jar. Next coin 2. There's a certain thrill in holding something that shouldn't exist, something born in defiance of the rules, yet so perfect it seems destined to outlive every era it's touched. Our next treasure is one such enigma, the 1967 Washington quarter with an extra silver shade. This isn't just a coin. To understand why this coin is a legend, we must journey back to 1967, a year after the U.S. Mint had fully committed to the copper nickel-clad quarter. By this time, silver had been stripped from standard circulation quarters for economic reasons. The nation had moved on, or so everyone thought. But here's where the mystery deepens. During the minting process in 1967, a small number of silver planchettes leftovers from the 1964 with 1965 silver era found their way back into the presses. These were struck with 1967 dies, creating a rare hybrid that wasn't supposed to exist. And the coin we're looking at today is one of those rare survivors, carrying the distinct silver shade that instantly sets it apart from ordinary clad coins. The mere fact that it made it into circulation defies all logic. It's a relic from a vanished standard, bearing a date that officially belonged to a silverless future. And yet, it gleams in defiance, like a misplaced treasure that slipped through the cracks of time. What makes this coin so arresting to the eye is its extra silver shade aglow that only a trained collector can truly appreciate, but one that even a casual observer would call different. Its surface reflects light in that unmistakable way that copper-nickel coins cannot imitate. The strike is crisp, the feather details on the eagle stand sharp, and the edge reveals that clean silver sheen without a trace of the copper stripe we expect in post-1965 quarters. Its luster tells you instantly that it's something more. The tone is almost alive, shifting subtly as you tilt it under the light, a dance of pale brilliance and shadow that only genuine silver can perform. Each mark, each detail etched into its face, speaks of a journey through decades while preserving its majesty. When it comes to rarity, this 1967 silver-shaded quarter is the stuff of whispered conversations at high-end coin shows. Officially, it was never meant to exist, which makes every verified example a contradiction to the Mint's official records. That alone drives collectors into a frenzy. The population count is incredibly low, far fewer than the already scarce 1965 silver transitional errors. And the fine condition of this example means it has survived decades without the kind of abuse most circulation coins suffer. For collectors, this is not just a purchase, it's an acquisition of legend. Every time one of these appears at auction, the room's energy changes. Dealers lean forward. Investors raise their paddles faster. The bids climb without hesitation because those in the know understand the next opportunity to own such a coin could be years away, or never. This is the part that transforms curiosity into pure adrenaline. Right now, in the intense arena of today's rare coin auctions, a 1967 extra silver shade Washington quarter in fine condition commands $122,000, and that's not speculation. That's reality backed by market records and the hunger of elite collectors. Imagine the thrill: a single coin that once passed from hand to hand for just 25 cents, now an undeniable six-figure masterpiece. When you hold this, you're not just holding wealth, you're holding proof that miracles still happen in numismatics. It's a piece that bridges past and present, a silver echo from a time long gone, yet alive in your palm. If you dream of finding one of these elusive treasures, you must sharpen your eye and your instincts. The first giveaway is the color a pure silver-white tone that's brighter and colder than the grayish hue of copper nickel-clad coins. The second is the weight. Silver quarters weigh around 6.25 grams, while clad coins are lighter at 5.67 grams. Always carry a precise digital scale when hunting through coin rolls or estate sales. And above all, patience is your most valuable asset. Coins like this don't appear every day, but the persistent collector who checks every quarter that passes through their hands increases their chances of unearthing this hidden treasure. The 1967 extra silver shade Washington quarter is a living paradox, a coin that shouldn't exist, yet does, and in doing so rewrites a piece of American coinage history. In fine condition, valued at $122,000, it stands as both a financial prize and a historic artifact. Owning this coin means owning a story, one of mistakes that became miracles, of rarity that became legend. And here on my channel, I bring these stories to you with one purpose: to show you that treasures still lie in the everyday world, waiting for the right hands to claim them. My channel has built its trust on truth and passion for the hunt, and when I say this coin is a six-figure masterpiece, you can believe it. Because in the world of rare coins, this is as real and as priceless as it gets. Next coin, 3. Some coins whisper their stories. Others, they sing them loud enough to stop you in your tracks. And then, there are coins like this, coins that radiate such a presence that the moment you see them, you know you've stumbled upon a piece of destiny. Our third treasure in this journey is one such masterpiece, the 1979 Washington quarter with the D mint mark, draped in silver and golden shades and preserved in fine condition. In today's elite auction market, 1979 was supposed to be just another year in the age of copper nickel-clad quarters. The era of silver circulation coins had officially ended over a decade earlier. The Denver Mint, marked with that small but proud D beneath the date, was striking millions of standard quarters for everyday commerce, or so the records tell us. But buried deep in that year's production was a rare anomaly quarters that somehow carried silver's unmistakable brilliance and, in this case, a breathtaking blend of golden toning over its silver base. This golden hue isn't paint or plating. It's the natural patina of a coin that has aged gracefully, kissed by time and chemistry in just the right way. Only a fraction of 1979 with D quarters escaped with such a combination of silver shade and golden tone, and they've become the stuff of numismatic dreams. Each one is a reminder that even in the modern minting era, magic can happen when history, metal, and chance align. What makes this 1979 with D quarter so extraordinary is its dual-tone beauty. The base is the icy silver sheen that catches light with every tilt, while a soft, rich golden layer wraps parts of its surface, giving it a regal, almost antique aura. It's the kind of patina that can't be faked and can't be reproduced. Nature is the only artist capable of creating it. Look closely, and you'll see Denver's proud D mint mark beneath the date, a subtle detail that confirms its birthplace in the Rocky Mountain State's legendary coin press halls. The strike is crisp, the design elements sharp, and the edges clean, every feather on the eagle's wings distinct, every letter in United States of America bold and confident. This is a coin that looks like it was struck for collectors, not for pockets and cash registers. It commands attention not only for its rarity, but for its sheer, breathtaking beauty. When a coin combines a historical anomaly with visual perfection, its place in the collector's world becomes unshakable. The 1979 with D silver golden shade quarter is one of those coins. Denver's output in 1979 was massive, but among those millions, only a precious few exhibit this combination of silver sheen and golden patina, and fewer still survive in collectible condition. The demand is fierce. At high-end coin shows, the moment a 1979 with D like this appears, the news travels fast. Collectors cluster, dealers sharpen their pencils, and bidding wars ignite because every serious numismatist knows they may not see another example like it for years or ever. And with today's market favoring rare visual toning and silver anomalies, this coin sits at the top of every elite collector's wish list. Here's the part where your pulse starts to race. In today's fiercely competitive auction arena, A fine condition 1979 with D Washington quarter with silver and golden shades commands 128,000, and that's not inflated fantasy. That's a figure drawn from the reality of six-figure bidding battles. Think about what that means. A quarter minted in the late 1970s, a coin most people would dismiss as ordinary, has now become a treasure vault in miniature. When the hammer falls at auction, it's not just money exchanging hands, it's history, prestige, and ownership of something irreplaceable. If you dream of adding such a coin to your collection, your eyes must be trained for both color and detail. The silver base will be brighter and more reflective than clad quarters, and the golden toning will appear soft, natural, and uneven, a hallmark of genuine aging. Never overlook a coin just because it's from a later decade. Weigh every suspect coin. Silver quarters will hit that sweet 6.25-gram mark, and the absence of a copper edge stripe will confirm its composition. When you find one, resist the temptation to polish it. That natural patina is part of its soul and part of what makes it worth six figures. The 1979 with D silver and golden shade Washington quarter is living proof that treasures don't just belong to the distant past. Even in the modern minting era, miracles happen. With its fine condition and market value of 128,000, this coin is not merely currency, it's a golden-crowned legend, a beacon for collectors who know that beauty, rarity, and history can converge in the most unexpected of places. And here, on my channel, I bring you the truth behind these legends with trust, with passion, and with the certainty that every story I tell has the power to change how you see the coins in your hand right now. When I say this coin is a treasure worthy of the six-figure crown it carries, I mean it because in the world of rare coins, this is the kind of prize that turns collectors into legends. Next, coin 4. Some coins are valuable because of their age, others because of their beauty. But every so often, a coin emerges that defies expectation, a modern-era piece with the soul of a legend. That's exactly what we have here. The 1980 Washington quarter with the D mint mark, a very fine specimen with a beautiful, almost regal look that stands apart from its peers. By 1980, the Washington quarter had long settled into its copper-nickel-clad composition. Silver had been gone from circulation coins for 15 years. The Denver Mint, marked by the bold D below the date, was a workhorse of U.S. currency production, striking hundreds of millions of quarters for everyday commerce. But rarity doesn't always depend on old silver planchets or 18th century origins sometimes. It's about the perfect storm of minting precision, unexpected survival, and natural beauty. The 1980 with D quarter we're looking at today is exactly that. Minted in the Rocky Mountain halls of Denver, it boasts a strike quality, surface tone, and preservation level that instantly separate it from ordinary examples. This coin's survival in fine condition is nothing short of miraculous given its age and the countless hands it could have passed through. Instead, it emerges today as one of the most coveted Denver minted quarters of its era. What makes this 1980 with D quarter truly extraordinary is its visual impact. The fields, those flat areas surrounding Washington's profile, shimmer with a subtle silver glow that collectors find irresistible. There's a freshness to its surface, even in fine condition, that speaks of careful preservation. The edges are clean and tight, the reading still crisp after decades. On the reverse, the eagle spreads its wings with authority, every feather line distinct, while the D mint mark remains bold and proud. This is a coin that commands attention not through flashy toning or rare errors alone, but through an overall harmony of strike, luster, and condition. It's easy to underestimate coins from the 1980s. After all, they're not ancient. But the scarcity of this 1980 with D in fine condition tells a different story. The vast majority of quarters from this era are heavily worn, scratched, and dulled from decades of use. Finding one with this level of preservation and beauty is an event in itself. Collectors know it. Dealers know it. And when one like this surfaces in the market, the competition is intense. High-grade 1980 with D quarters have a devoted following because they represent the perfect intersection of modern mint craftsmanship and true scarcity. This is not a coin you find in a change jar or coin roll hunt. This is a prize that demands serious searching or serious bidding. And here's where the story transforms from admiration to awe. In today's auction market, this 1980 with D Washington quarter in fine condition commands a stunning $132,000. That's not a hopeful estimate, that's a market reality. driven by collectors who know that the supply of such coins is razor thin. This isn't just money. This is the transformation of a modern-era quarter into a financial powerhouse, a six-figure vault of value in your hand. The hammer falls at auctions, and fortunes shift in seconds because owning this coin means owning one of the most elusive modern quarters in the United States mint's history. If you're chasing this kind of prize, you'll need both patience and precision. Start by knowing the difference between nice and exceptional. Many 1980 with D quarters will look decent, but the true treasures will have a fresh, vibrant surface with sharp details and minimal wear. Check the mint mark. The D should be clear, not faint or distorted. Examine the fields for original luster, and look for strong strike definition in Washington's hair and the eagle's feathers. And above all, preserve it. Coins like this rise in value dramatically when protected from further wear. The 1980 with D Washington quarter is proof that you don't have to go back a century to find treasure. Even in the modern era, coins can emerge that redefine rarity and value. With a market value of $132,000 in fine condition, this isn't just currency. It's a monument in miniature, a Denver-born masterpiece that has beaten the odds to become a collector's crown jewel. Here on my channel, I've built my reputation on bringing you the truth about these hidden treasures, and this coin story is one of opportunity, rarity, and wealth in its purest form. When I say this quarter deserves its place among six-figure legends, I say it with the trust my audience has come to expect. Because in the world of rare coins, this isn't just a find, it's a destiny. Next, coin 5. Some coins are rare because they're old. Others are rare because they were born with a mistake. But the most powerful kind of rarity? The kind that happens when a coin was never meant to look the way it does, yet somehow emerges as a flawless example of beauty and survival. Our final coin in this elite lineup is exactly that. The 1981 Washington quarter with the D mint mark, gleaming with an undeniable silver shine and preserved in very fine condition. And here's the number that seals its place in the vault of legends in today's auction market. By 1981, the Washington quarter had long been a workhorse of American commerce. Silver had been absent from circulation quarters for 16 years, replaced by the copper-nickel-clad composition. The Denver Mint, marked by the D on the obverse, was producing massive numbers to meet the country's needs. But in rare cases, anomalies occur. Planchets with a silver-like finish or a special metallic composition make it through, and when that happens, they don't just enter circulation, they enter history. This 1981 with D Silvershine quarter is one such anomaly, a coin whose luster and tone set it apart from millions of its ordinary siblings. What makes this coin extraordinary is its striking silver brilliance, a glow that is both colder and sharper than standard clad quarters. Even under natural light, the surface gleams as though it's fresh from the press, the kind of shine collectors call alive. The Denver D stands crisp and bold beneath the date. Washington's profile is sharply defined, with hair details visible even to the naked eye. On the reverse, the eagle's feathers are etched in precision, and the fields remain smooth with minimal marks, proof of its exceptional preservation. This is not the flat, muted look of an average 1980s quarter. This is a coin that demands attention, that holds light and returns it in a burst of brilliance. Every angle a reminder that not all coins are created equal. While millions of 1981 with D quarters were struck, only a vanishingly small number carry this kind of silver brilliance in very fine condition. Time, circulation, and everyday wear have erased most examples from existence. The few that survive in this state are hoarded tightly by collectors who know exactly what they have. When a coin like this appears on the auction floor, it's not just collectors in the room, it's investors, dealers, and high-stakes bidders from around the world, all ready to push the price higher. The demand isn't just about owning a piece of money. It's about owning a piece of minting perfection that defied the odds for over 4 decades. And here's the figure that turns a collector's dream into reality: $136,000. That's the value this coin commands in today's competitive, elite-level auction market for rare quarters. This isn't theory, it's a number backed by sales, demand, and the fact that the supply is so tiny it may as well be mythical. At that level, the coin stops being seen as change and becomes a portable treasure, a vault in miniature. It's the kind of value that changes hands quietly, with the weight of history and rarity behind every bid. If you're hunting for a treasure like this, you must develop an eye for shine and surface. The silver tone will be more reflective and more pure than the muted gray of clad quarters. Weight checks can help, but in cases like this, it's often the look, the unmistakable brilliance that's your first clue. Pay attention to the D mint mark. On genuine high-quality examples, it will be sharp and proportionate, not blurred or worn down. Protect any candidate. Coins immediately store them in airtight holders and avoid any contact with bare hands to preserve that rare luster. The 1981 with D Silvershine Washington quarter is the perfect finale to our treasure hunt, a coin that blends modern history, perfect preservation, and six-figure value into one breathtaking package. In very fine condition, its $136,000 market value is not just a number. It's proof that even coins from the 1980s can rise to the ranks of America's rarest and most valuable treasures. Here on my channel, I've shown you again and again that wealth hides in the most unexpected places, and my promise to you is simple. When I tell you a coin is worth this kind of fortune, it's because the market has spoken and history has confirmed it. This coin is not just money. It's a testament to survival, beauty, and rarity, and if you're lucky enough to find one, you won't just be holding a Washington quarter. You'll be holding a piece of American treasure that the world will always remember. If you'd like, I can now tie all 5 coins together into one full final outro for your video that will leave viewers eager to subscribe and join your next treasure hunt.